to Win is back at Tim Hortons. Get rolling on the Tim's app for a chance to win.
Hugh Grant. Marry that girl. Marry her anyway. Great track.
It is, and especially with the less sleep that everyone's had, can I just tell you how much we rely on the energy of music on the regular? But props for bringing it up for us today.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Nice job. Okay. Yeah. Picking music. Okay. Do you want to tee this up, or do you want me to? I mean, we can work on it together. Oscars last night, of course, and one of the big moments that everyone's talking about that went viral is a red carpet moment. So before the show even started, on the red carpet, of course, it was live on ABC, and Ashley Graham, supermodel, was one of the hosts on this red carpet, had an opportunity to interview Hugh Grant. Let's just say it didn't go so well. Check it out.
What are you most excited to see tonight?
To see?
Yeah, well, I know that you probably watched a few of the movies. Are you excited to see anybody win? Do you have your hopes up for anyone?
No one in particular.
Okay, well, what are you wearing tonight then?
Just my suit.
Your suit? Who
Yeah.
made your suit? You didn't make it.
I can't remember my tailor.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tailor.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does it feel like to be in Glass Onion? It was such an amazing film. I really loved it. I love a thriller. How fun is it to shoot something like that?
Well, I'm barely in it. I'm in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, but still, you showed up and you had fun, right?
Almost.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. It was nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
All right, back to you guys.
But was it really nice to talk to you? He didn't even talk, and he said nothing of interest. I mean, I texted you guys right away and said I just thought he was just a jerk. I get that there's a whole backlash on both sides, but I just think he was a jerk. Sorry, not that you asked, but I thought he was a jerk.
We are asking.
Well, you didn't officially. I just
Go
sort of
on,
barreled
Dawn.
in.
Yeah.
No, I just
Empty the tank. What else do you think?
Listen, I mean, when you start to read the thread, and we can kind of go into that, I just think, yes, I understand other points of view, which we will get to, of course, but I just think, at the end of the day, you are a professional on the carpet. You're there to speak and answer the questions, and the bulk of the questions that get asked are about fashion, about how you're feeling, and usually they're kind of softball, and he just made her look bad, and he made himself look worse. That's my thought.
Look, this is a rare one for me because I'm like angry at everyone.
Right.
Although that happens to me now.
I mean, is that rare?
No, it's not that rare.
Okay.
My first question, which we still haven't answered, we've actually emailed ABC. I don't know if that was live. Because what happens a lot on red carpets, and you can speak to this better than anyone here, is that it's so chaotic. Sometimes a celebrity comes up to you, you got to go. You got to go, and it's okay. Here we are. There's Michelle Williams. And you tape it, and then whether it's E or ABC or whoever, they'll run it back. It happens all the time. Like, rarely what you see on those red carpet shows are live. I'm stunned if that was taped and someone ran that back. I think that's a huge mistake.
To me was because of the timing, the hour of 7 to 8. It's possible it was live, but I believe it was live to tape.
Yeah.
And live to tape meaning that they recorded it, whatever, and then they had to turn it around, but you didn't have time to edit it. And
look at it.
Or really look at it. Maybe listen to it properly. Somebody should have flagged and said, this was awkward. He rolled his eyes at the end. The very first question that was asked, they had a miscommunication between the two of them, and then that just from there just spiraled into the questions. Look, I want you to go because I have a problem with both sides as well.
So do I. Okay, well, let's stick with Hugh Grant.
Okay.
Chuckles. Let's stick with Hugh Grant. Okay. Everyone knows the game you got to play on the red carpet. This is not his first rodeo. Okay, he's been doing this a long time. It was extremely disrespectful where he took that. He was on ABC. He wasn't in the first 10 minutes of E's red carpet. And Laverne Cox is amazing at what she does right now. She's one of the best in the business. I'm just saying, it's this very difficult thing to do properly. People think they can just show up on a red carpet. You know this. You can't just show up on a red carpet.
No,
it's a very delicate dance. You have extreme recall right away and keep people engaged, or else you get a prima donna like Hugh Grant who believes they're better than everyone there, and you get that. Hugh Grant screwed up and was disrespectful. He knows better than that. And quite frankly, he's not going to get asked to another red carpet for a very long time after that. I wouldn't want him anywhere near a red carpet. That was a clown move from Hugh Grant. Now, Ashley Graham, okay? Ashley Graham does not have a ton of experience in this role, all right? And you've been doing this a while, you've been doing this a while, I've been doing this a while. There was a moment in that interview where you got to pull shoot right then. You have to make the determination, whether it's taped or live, it doesn't matter. Hugh Grant is not feeling this, and the longer I stay in this moment, now I start to look bad. But Ashley Graham does not have the experience as a host, quite frankly, in a situation like that, to go down that road. In fact, with respect, I thought Ashley Graham had a rough night because she had an interview with Pedro Pascal. I don't know if anyone saw this. And she asked him, what are you looking forward to in the evening? And Pedro Pascal says, Rihanna performing. And Ashley Graham said she's not performing tonight.
Oh, okay.
She showed up woefully unprepared for this, and I'm not giving her a pass either, okay? That's a very tough job to do. Either you know what you're doing or you don't. Vanessa Hudgens was great. Lily Singh was great. Laverne Cox, I love Laverne Cox in that situation. She's phenomenal. But I just want to step back from the Ashley Graham was completely thrown under a bus here. She was by Hugh Grant, but she also didn't do herself any favors. And I would like to make that, I'd like to put that on the record. I couldn't believe I'm on my couch in sweats and I know that Rihanna's performing. We've known that for months. So I don't think she was prepared, and I don't think she added much to the broadcast. So I want to separate the two, but Hugh Grant was in the wrong as well. That guy needs to know better than that. He needs to know a lot better than that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Look, there's this whole trend of networks wanting to bring in celebrities and big names to be on those red carpets. I'm on those red carpets. I get it. I've seen them. When we were there at the Grammys, we were there at the Golden Globes. We saw these people that they wanted to bring in. And I understand that because you want these A-list celebrities to see somebody that they think they know or they're familiar with, so they'll come over and get that interview. That's a big part of it. However, if you're not prepared and you don't have the experience to do it, you're going to have moments like that. Now, is it fully on Ashley Graham? Maybe. She didn't do the research. Maybe she didn't do the homework, as per the Rihanna not knowing she was performing.
I couldn't believe that.
For months we knew that the first performance of Lift Me Up ever was going to happen at the Oscars. So for her not to know that is a big miss. But I think she was placed there as the kind of, let's do the soft questions, the fluff questions. First thing she said to Pedro Pascal was, what's it feel like to be a heartthrob? People love you on TikTok. That was what she was there for. To have someone like Hugh Grant, who is a seasoned actor, veteran at this, been on the carpet a million times, who doesn't play around, he is already a hard interview, is not completely fair to her, but at the same time, not a great job at doing it. Hugh as well has that dry British sense of humor. I thought when he said, what are you wearing? My suit. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was okay.
But she was already drowning at that point.
That's right.
But he knew what he was doing.
The very first, but he knew what he was doing, and he should have been a little bit nicer, sure. But when he tried to say something at the very beginning about the whole Vanity Fair of it all, he was using that as a term, and she goes, oh my gosh, yeah, that's the after party where we let loose. Thinking about the magazine. Right then, he was like, oh no.
But he could have also been more generous and then made a joke out of that. Well, no, I'm actually talking about he still
Pedro Pascal would not have done that.
Better.
Pedro Pascal, but there were plenty of people on that shit main carpet that wouldn't have done that.
She asked him, where are your glasses? He's like, my glasses? What are you talking about? Oh, you're known for your glasses. She's like, oh, someone's holding them. Like, that's the situation that was happening. So Pedro also said that, but because people like Pedro more, he didn't get called out for that one. Hugh was a bit of a dink, let's be real. But
that's a word we don't hear enough, can I just say?
We're approaching that. We're fine. Kids are in school.
Again,
well, actually not this week.
From experience being on that carpet, there is a sense of, you should know who I am and what I've done. Don't ask me about the 30 seconds I was in this movie and say how much of a big deal it was, because that's the only thing you can grasp at. So somebody needed to prepare her better. She needed to be prepared a lot more.
Wait, so it's one last thing. So what you're saying is, because you've been there a lot, you can lose someone quick like that.
Very quick. Okay. There's times where I'm looking at him like, who is that person? I'm looking at our producer. I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. Like, you need help on those things. She was not prepared. She was not ready for it, man. And her whole team failed on that. He didn't help. He was not nice.
Or was he just British? Because according to Kathy Buckworth, who sent me a text, she said, I don't think Hugh Grant was
dry
rude.
sense of humor.
I think it was misunderstood on the Vanity Fair remark. It kind of annoyed him. Then he was just being ... English. And she said her family is English and we don't gush much. So.
At Breakfast TV, listen, let's keep this. I don't know how we phrase the question on social, but let's center it around Hugh Grant. Let's do that. Was he being rude? Was he rude or being something else?
Get people who interview people for a living to do the interviews on the red carpet.
It's not easy.
Let's just do that,
It's
okay?
not easy.
Come on, man.
What'd you make of the Oscars last night? You sound off. 1-866-267-3797. Or if you want to talk about Hugh Grant, just go ahead. Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca, Breakfast TV on Twitter. For streaming, leave a post below. More BT after this. Stop being rude to each other.